Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Collegiate Champions League Week 2 Rocket League matchup, Dakota State versus University of North Dakota. I'm Brock, and this is Jacob. Let's get some Rocket League.
Yeah, we have a matchup tonight. University of North Dakota, we're not quite sure how they are. DSU just coming off of a kind of heartbreaking loss to another North Dakota school last week. So hopefully trying to rebound from that. We did have sub in last week. We now have the full varsity roster. This week we have Deft Moss, Painted Harp, and Failure playing for DSU. So hopefully they can come back with a vengeance after that last loss.
Yes, absolutely. This match also, unlike last week, is an interdivisional matchup. So this is, there's 6 schools competing in the CCL for Rocket League as a whole. 3 of them are in 2 different divisions. So there's the blue division, and then there's the gold division. And this is going to be one of those matchups with Dakota State and University of North Dakota. So I'm really excited to see how this one's going to turn out. Looking like we're getting ready shortly. One thing I'm really looking forward to seeing is how Dakota State's going to turn it around from last week and try and take control of, like, pressure early. Not necessarily turning that pressure into a goal, because that's not always the easiest thing, but just occupying the field well and playing off of each other well. This team's really good at inline passes. Painted and Failure, great dynamic duo. Really excited to see how they're going to do that here today.
Yeah, that was definitely a big thing last week. It was really hard for DSU to find that pressure, and when it broke, it seemed to be the whole game was them fighting to get it back. So to maybe just have that a little more confidently, this game would be awesome.
Yep, the goal is for DSU, especially in this game 1, is to just keep the ball out of their defensive third as long as possible, because that's going to be what it really comes down to. We're standing by for the match. We're in the match. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Let's go.
All right. The early kickoff kind of going in favor of UND, but we'll see. Oh, Painted in depth. Barely pinching off the back of the goalpost. They're kind of already under a lot of pressure here, so hopefully they can just clear it out and get a good reset going.
Good touch by Def Moss, getting it out of their third, pushing it down the corner and keeping pressure. Good bounce off the lip. Failure going to try and work this around. Maintain possession up this wall here with that boost. He's looking for Painted. Where is that Nissan Skyline?
So close.
Oh, goodness me. And Def Moss going to try and recoup this here in the middle.
You know, taking a demo, but actually still maintaining that control. And we'll see if Painted can follow that very close. Painted and Failure definitely trying to apply this pressure and hitting it right back to Deft here, hopefully. Setting up something nice.
The importance of that touch, well, it didn't turn into anything. Painted touching that ball back from the corner when he didn't have a good shot on goal, touching it back to Def Moss, that's the kind of stuff we want to see. These small little touches that just put the ball in your teammates' laps a little bit faster with a little bit more velocity.
Absolutely. Kind of the edge in Rocket League is really trying to separate, trying to score every single goal that you can versus setting up your teammates and making easier goals to hit. So,
not every touch in their third needs to be a shot.
Deft applying the pressure, though. He's going to get in front of the goal. The ball is sitting still, but it looks like they're going to be able to get it out, maybe.
Good backboard touch
And
from
great
Failure.
demo.
The demo to clear it up. Def Moss going to take the shot. 2 in the box,
And
not
they're
going
probably
to
going to
let
follow
that
this
through.
up a little bit behind where Failure was expecting it, and Deft's
Good touch to buy time.
Yeah.
Millie's going to go up for this. Not going to make it 10 boost. Flailing, trying to recover. Failure pushing this back downfield corner. Going to pop out. No one there. Painted Harp not jumping up early enough. Likely no boost. And Deft's going to try and get this back out of their corner.
Sometimes those corner bounces are quite difficult to read, so.
Good cherry pick there from Buddy Bullard to knock it to the corner. 50-50 with Def Moss. Going to put this right in Painted Harp's lap up the wall. Not the easiest get, but he's going to push it pretty far away and buy some time for his team to transition downfield.
We'll see if Failure can win that 50. They keep the pressure up. If Def can hit this past the guy, it's in front of the goal right now, but, well, Buddy Bullard was trying to take control of it, but actually.
Fantastic touch from Painted. No. Oh.
It was a great pass from Zach, or Painted Harp, but Failure so close on that hit.
Such a short window for him to jump up there and continue to, like, get that forward velocity to actually hit the ball with intentionality.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
so close, such a short window. Definitely tighten those up throughout the rest of this series. His buddy Low Boost going to just try and fight this 50-50, keep it away from the front of their goal line.
Ooh.
UND is okay with the ball being in this corner here as long as it has been because it's only been in the corner. DSU hasn't been able to convert it to being actually in front of the goal, ready for a shot on net,
Ooh,
just like Buddy
right
Bowler's about to do.
Oh, my God.
50-50, but failure's failing.
Can they clear it out?
Oh, my goodness.
Perfect.
Pass Millie. Perfect.
Push down the field.
Walking
Millie
downfield,
trying to
painted
get it out.
Opportunity, no.
It's a good job by Millie to pass it to the left there. Def, the last defense. Can he stop this push from Buddy Bowler? He stops it in front of the goal. Another one.
Patience is key here.
Yes.
Failure just going to drive
Good
this
job
out of
not
the
jumping
corner.
and missing that. Can he hit it on Millie? Perfect hit downfield.
Really good job. Buddy Bowler just sitting here behind Zune. In case Deft wins this 50-50, it's going to be a limp ball. Nothing's going to happen with it. Buddy Bowler too high off the backboard, and Painted's going to read that and push it away.
Probably not to hit that Painted wanted there off the corner, but we'll see. Failure's just probably going to clear this out here, and hopefully they can make a drive down the field here with Painted with a massive hit.
Painted able to follow up here.
Oh my
Infield
God,
pass to
perfect
Deft,
pass.
upper 90.
That was beautiful.
Goodness me, what a pass.
That was awesome.
That's what we want to see more of. Perfect. Upper 90, just slots it in there. Buddy Bowler able to get on the side of it, but not enough behind it to push it outwards.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, there's not a whole lot you can do to stop something like that. That was pretty much a bullet coming right out the corner of the goal. So good job from DSU. They're really keeping up this pressure like we talked about, like they had to do, and they've been doing a good job. So
Painted harp off the back wall, trying to have some fun here. Unable to make something crazy happen in the short term. Touchback corner. Def's going to retreat. They're just going to wait for Painted to 50 this midfield.
Not a bad 50, and Deft beating Millie to the ball actually and allowing DSU to form more of this pressure that they've been working towards. So good job. Good hit by Failure.
One thing Dakota State's been doing really good of so far is what we call these 50-50 balls. You just saw one there where two players from opposing teams are approaching opposite sides of the ball and hitting at the same time. We like to call those 50-50s because unless you have like a really good positional advantage, they're generally 50-50 in the sense that you don't know what way it's going to go or who's going to win it. It may stall out, it may keep going. Buddy Bowler here with an attempt. Oh my goodness!
That was quite the shot to tie the game in the last few seconds. Wow.
The breakout using its agility to benefit itself there, able to get a nice little redirect off that flat, sharp nose. Great touch. We're tied up, potentially going to an overtime unless we see some heroics. Quick kickoff.
I was going to say last week DSU was all over the 0-second activities, but not this week so far.
They love their quick kickoffs. Painted Harp able to get that back left kickoff. Perfect. That went exactly as planned for Dakota State. Able to push that ball back left with a cheat. Get a lot of forward pressure. Can the Capitals
here wins the 50. Following up by Failure. Setting up in front of the goal, but we'll see. Oh.
Close, but no smoking for you today. Millie's going to try and 50-50 this one to the back corner. His buddy's going to follow it up, but Failure says not today. Zune Gamer, no boost. Does Failure? No, he does, but he doesn't make the touch.
Oh,
Demo
perfect demo
through.
and goal by Painted. Oh, my God. That was amazing. There we go.
This is something Dakota State has been preaching systematically for several semesters now, is this demo-heavy offensive third. When you have your first man up, and he misses that first shot, the ability to sort of have your first man on his way to becoming third and rotating back out, he's able to just go through, demo one or two, and then steal the opposing corner boost. You're dealing a lot of damage. You're knocking them out of rotation. You're starving them of boost. You're hurting them positionally, and in that case, you also get scored on.
Mm-hmm. There's really nothing you can do when you're sitting in the goal and then you don't even see him coming. You blow up, and that ball that you were about to save and try to win the game off of just turns into a goal on you, and you're just like, not much you can do. So great job from DSU that game, really ramping up that pressure, kind of like we talked about they had to, and we'll see if they can keep that up.
All right, going into this game, too, this is a best of 5 for those of you just tuning in. Dakota State leading 1-0. Zune Gamer trying to say something about that. Painted Harp says not right now. Some good early pressure from UND, but Dakota State looking to stop that in the corner. Buddy Buller not able to get a touch on that. Good call. Good call on him. He knows he doesn't have the boost, and the position is more important to keep this pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I was kind of touching on earlier. You know, a lot of people newer at the game don't recognize that you don't have to always apply pressure, and both teams here have done a good job of realizing they need to maybe pass it or fall back to a better position. So definitely a couple of great teams here. Should be a fantastic series. Oh, an unfortunate hit. Good thing Buddy Buller is there to hit it to the side.
A miss by Painted Harp going to leave them in a bad spot. Failure able to just buy some time with a high floating ball that's going to bounce front left corner. Deathmoss not going to be able to do anything about that. Going to go back to net. Becoming second man. Painted Harp high pop out. Deathmoss, where are you, buddy? You're so close. Hits the ground,
it was
bounce.
a great hit right off the crossbar here. Let's see if Penny can follow it. Not right on goal, but there are people from Dakota State side here, and Failure able to just knock it right in.
The hero of this play right here is Painted Heart. You see him after this, again, going into the net. Although he didn't hit Millie,
the distract.
Driving right next to him puts him in a difficult spot because he's not allowed to drive forward for that short time. Otherwise, he'll get himself demoed. So that having him kind of stuck in the middle of that goal line, angled at a 45, kind of left him in no man's land and put him in a really bad spot. And Failure was able to just dunk it past him.
DSU still doing a great job of that pressure. Let's see if Def can hit this pass. Buddy Buller is not able to, but Painted Harp is going to follow it up here and hopefully follow it up again. Right off the backboard, maybe to Failure here. Not quite.
All right, Deathmoss last man back, 3 boost. Gets a little scoop off the wall, leaves Painted in a bad spot, pops it high. Failure able to get this one out for the short term. Now it's all about Deathmoss winning this ball in the corner. They have to keep possession off that first bounce. Painted able to sort of keep them in this offensive third. Failure going to try and do something, but really just buying time on his way out for his third man to come in.
Def missing again up high there.
Failure being a nuisance, buying some time. Shot goes wide. Deathmoss is going to be able to get a decent touch on this, but not a lot of sauce.
Yeah, it seems like the DSU defense is kind of not as strong as they were last game. It seems like they're slipping through, but it does not matter. I guess it quickly turns into an offensive turnaround.
Yeah, so that really just comes down to Zune Gamer. Definitely would have liked to see a half flip, which is the fastest way to turn around backwards with converting forward momentum. If he would have half flipped there, he probably would have had a better chance to maybe push that one out of the way, but even then, such a tough shot. It really just comes down to the lack of a third man there, as both the 1 and the 2 for UND were committed there.
Failure kind of faking someone out there. He's trying to make more off of it. You can see that, if you guys haven't noticed, Deathmoss is, for the people who don't understand the game as well, Deathmoss is really hanging back, trying to keep these balls from getting in the other team's possession, where you can see Failure and Painted Harp really pushing hard against UND right now.
Buddy Buller trying to sneak one away, but Failure going to be able to push this wide. 50-50 comes in. Deathmoss chips high. Who's going to take it? Painted Harp? No, Deathmoss is going to grab the boost and loop forward, try and contest this at midfield. No ball, gets a demo. Pass to Failure. Does he see it coming? Yes, but not enough boost to connect. Failure with the boost deal, going to leave Buddy Buller with not a lot to do on this, and Painted Harp's going to capitalize on that. It's up to Zune. Push this to that back corner or win the 50-50. The choice
right in
is
front
his.
of the goal. It's dangerous, and Deathmoss able to just chip it in after that perfect hit by Failure right against the top of the goalpost. So,
like I said, go for the back corner or go for the 50-50. The choice was his. He went for the 50-50, lost it, and Dakota State scores. 3-0 in the game, 1-0 in the series. Dakota State leads University of North Dakota Fighting Hawks.
We'll see. Zune Gamer trying to clear this out. Can he get a second hit on it? Nope. Painted Heart is there to stop it before it is too late.
Good pressure from UND.
Perfect catch, and he's going to try to follow this up into the corner here. He hits the guy, but
no boost. Makes it tough.
Yeah. Deathmoss trying to follow this up. I think Buddy Buller's been beating him to a lot of these hits.
Buddy Buller has 7 shots and no goals.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot, but DC's been putting a stop to it on the goal line. So,
yeah, I mean, Failure himself with 3 saves here, trying to save the offensive possession here again. Dakota State not able to cop that one out. Painted Harp going to get this one. Corner bounce. Is it readable? Can Dakota State? Failure's up.
Failure
and
on
he
it.
Gets it.
Yeah, DC's doing a great job recognizing the shot opportunities and pouncing on them before UND really has a chance to set up or try to make a read off it. So
it's really unfortunate. Millie there trying to get up onto the backboard to have some height to jump off and come down on that shot from failure, but doesn't know exactly where the corner of the goal is, and while driving up the wall, his tires left the wall and he got hit by the post. Unfortunate.
We'll see if painted with one fake. Can he make another thing happen?
The keyboard and mouse warriors, can he do it? So close, but leaves a good opportunity. Failure going to 50-50. This Millie almost own goals.
Tipping it in his own goal, and Deft able to bounce it off someone. Yeah, I mean, it just kept compounding there. Pressure by Payne and Harp, and then it turned into more and more, and eventually just tips the scale, and DSU able to score there again.
Yeah, Dakota State University doing, like we said earlier, a great job of taking advantage of space. Every time there's open space and there's hesitation from University of North Dakota, Dakota State's very quick to capitalize on that open space on the field and continue to apply pressure. And we see it there. The ball turns partially black. That went halfway in the net before being saved. I mean, Dakota State, they're sort of living up to the philosophy that if you just hit the ball against the backboard so many times,
eventually you're going to score.
Eventually it'll go in.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job of preventing that from their own side. Like we pointed out earlier, one of them had 7 shots on goal, but if you can't actually get it into the goal, it does not matter. So,
here, actually, production, can we run it back? Can I see the scoreboard real quick? Just a quick flash of it. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I wanted to see how. Yeah, amazing. 7 shots on goal for Buddy Bowler. 4 shots on goal for Zune. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy to think DSU only had 1 more shot on goal than UND that game, but 5 more successful goals than them. So.
We're going to have a quick lobby remake, so we'll just take a brief moment here. But just to talk about like what went right for Dakota State, what do you think?
Absolutely what we were talking about before the game. They really were able to ramp up the pressure and kind of, especially that last game, keep UND on their back foot there. UND kept, making a misplay, creating an open space, and DSU was right on top of that. Whereas in other games, we could maybe see that, they don't have a guy who's ready to take an opportunity there. But definitely DSU staying solid on that defense, but really ramping up the pressure on their offense.
For sure. And I think a lot of that sort of comes off of the back of every time UND was able to start getting the ball out of their own third and really starting to take it downfield with intentionality, it was usually a solo play. And then you have Painted Harp flying by with a, suicide 50 just flying at him, hoping to hit him. 60% of the time he hit him, and it worked. So a lot of the Dakota State having the men back and still being able to apply offensive pressure while staying cautious of their rear end, that was able to really just swallow up all of these solo plays. Because even if the 50-50 didn't work, Dakota State had another man behind to follow up, and that really took down a lot of these solo plays from UND.
Definitely. DSU now leading 2-0 here in the series. The last game being a shutout, actually. So we'll see if DSU can just keep up this momentum.
Seeing a bit of that now. Painted Harp with a high chip, but that's going to be, not taken down.
Could be an opportunity here to Deft. Deft not quite there. Very close, though. It was a great pass. Again, though, DSU keeping up the pressure, but keeping those guys back. That's what's important.
Millie stranded under the ball, not going to be able to get a good hit, has to rotate back. A little bit of commotion in the middle third here. Buddy Buller gets a high touch, but failure here to swallow it out. Going to get some pressure downfield. Going to fake falling on it while Painted flies up. Goes for the double touch. Does not connect. Millie might be able to drive this downfield here, but no boost. Going to get a weak touch.
Oh, Deft actually missing. We'll see if Millie can hit this again, but he's, again, out of boost. So, Buddy Buller throwing another shot towards the goal, but historically speaking, they just don't go in right now. DSU is too many people there.
So look, Dakota State, 2 people in the box with 1 still playing up in the corner and just rotating back. You see failure on that rotate back, immediately beelining it to that back post. If we lost that 50, he's there, and he's there now. It's all about that back third man and playing so dynamically, and Dakota State's doing a good job. And how you beat that as the Fighting Hawks is your infield passes.
That was an unfortunate miss by Millie there. I think he thought he was just going to hit it up over the backboard here, but ends up actually, I think, missing it all together. You start to back up a little bit and you get stuck in those turns, and good job by DSU capitalizing on it, though.
And capitalize they will. Defmoss, the back man on their kickoff strat, going to be wrapping this around, leaving corner boost for teammate, just taking control downfield. A solo play all the way from the back left corner to the front right corner. Like, it's just Dakota State one man
right
is bringing it down.
Painted Harp almost able to score that here. Deft hopefully able to just clear it out uncontested. Oh, you know, went for a second hit on it, didn't quite get it, but did delay the push a little bit with that bump there.
Some good pressure. No one from DSU quite knew who was going to hit that one, but they knew it was covered nonetheless. Taking the pressure downfield, going to try to wrap this around the corner. Can he beat the first man? He can. Can he tuck it in the corner? He can't. But the infield pass comes in and painted heart on the cross.
It feels like a tongue twister sometimes. I say heart or something like that. But yeah, again, it seems like UND is still trying to find a way to get their pressure back, but they keep making it kind of looks like the last game as of right now. So,
and going in, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, usually for comeback potential, like a very comfortable, no cause for alarm pace, I like to give is about a goal a minute. Like if you have over 2 minutes to make 2 goals, you're sitting very comfortably. Like, this is a very attainable game, but it is make or break for UND because, like the game, now 2-1, Dakota State still leads 2-0 in this series. So a great goal from Buddy Buller here is he's just going to march it down. The breakout flick, man, so lethal. That long car, if you can catch it right in the pocket, and as you flip forward, just generate all those collisions, and it's just going to fly.
Flings it. Painted almost getting it, though. He was pretty close there, but we'll see if he can have a revenge story here with a very powerful hit towards the goal. That would have been amazing to hit.
The 3-man playoff kickoff, it worked perfectly. Failure on the kickoff. Deftmoss on the cheat, able to get a lot of pressure. Painted Harp on the shot. If only. If only.
Again, though, DSU keeping up that pressure. I've seen a couple times here. Buddy Bowler thought he had kind of a easy clear out, and then a DSU guy comes flying out of nowhere and hits the ball right out of his face. So,
great job by Def to keep that ball in front of center and just keep the UND defenders occupied.
Oh, but it hits strong towards DSU's goal, and a great demo from Buddy Bowler, actually tying up the game.
As they also tied the demo count there, it appears that Painted Harp and Buddy traded.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rare sight when two people both moving fast enough to demolish the other go head on. But it's always a fun sight to see.
Very interesting game unfolding before our eyes. DSU was doing a great job on the pressure there, but they had one little open opportunity on their side of the defense, and that's really all you need from UND's perspective to make a goal happen.
And it's going to come off the back of things like that. As we were coming into the DSU third there, we saw the ball flying up, and Defmoss, an overextended second man, jumps up, but he's too far underneath the ball, and it just flies past him. And that's how you see opportunities like this, where UND is able to have the ball bounce against the back wall before a DSU defender is even in position to challenge. Things like this are what need to tighten up. Dakota State maybe getting a little complacent, need to close this out. They lead 2-0 in the series. This is a best of 5. If they win this game, they close it out here and now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if DSU seems to be under a lot of pressure from UND as of the last couple minutes here, and kind of the opposite of what we've been seeing. So DSU needs to turn that around if they're hoping to close out this game safely. Otherwise, we might see a nail-biter here towards the end.
Great decision by Defmoss there. Could have made the challenge, realized tie game, it's not worth the risk of overcommitting there, and he's just going to drive back. It's a great call. The ball is still lingered in this half. They've been able to rotate, collect, boost, and now if DSU gets another challenge like that, they should be in a pretty good position to fight back.
Deft with a great contest there, and he's hitting it in front of their goal. And
Zoom Gamer, no half flip. I'm going to keep asking for him to half flip all series. I'm just waiting for one.
Deft almost able to follow that up. Painted Harp should be able to just clear this out pretty safely here. All right, we're down to the final 15 seconds. Will it happen before the clock runs out? Do we need OT? Painted Harp trying to say no. We'll see if Defmoss can follow this up. They are really ramping up this pressure right here. But
empty
actually
backfield.
A dangerous shot. Failure not hitting it, but it does hit the goalpost. And Painted Harp's probably just going to try to hit this to the ground as fast as he can.
And it does.
I got a little scared there for a second.
Reverse sweep could happen. We've seen one overtime. Dakota State able to close it out, but that was off the back of their kickoff strat falling in their favor, which for this one, it has not. Failure going to try and keep some pressure up here, but the pass to Buddy Bowler is going to fall together.
Pass.
Failure. Great touch to the corner. Buy some time. No one's over there. Zoon's going to have to wrap around. Low boost. Crappy wall pinch. Unfortunate.
Painted Harp able to just chip it out there. And again, the DSU's facing a lot of pressure here. And this is where UND actually shows that they're able to score as well. So
yeah,
you may get 5 goals on them, but they can shoot right back.
Formidable opponent for certain. This series is a lot closer than the series count entails. Failure, great infield pass to Painted Harp. Not enough forward momentum, though. Just barely unable to sideswipe that ball. Zune Gamer going to try and clear this out. Gets it past Failure, but Deft. Right there. Painted Harp going to have to...
Painted just going to try to get this out of there. Oh, he does miss, but Millie didn't have a lot of boost to capitalize on that.
Nor does Zune Gamer. Fly from Buddy, not going to come in contact. Painted Harp with the follow, able to bail Deftmoss out with low boost.
Oh, I thought Deft had the opportunity there for a sec. We'll see if
So
Failure
close.
can keep that pressure up, but it looks like it's going to go back to the side of DSU.
Good boom from Painted. He's going to read this off the wall, jump up. Great
hit.
clutch. A little too powerful for
yeah.
Failure to capitalize on. Was too far infield. Zune Gamer trying to do something. Buddy also misses. This is a great opportunity for DSU to capitalize. Great 50 from Zune. Perfect timing. Buddy's going to miss. Leaves Failure in a bad spot.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward fly up there, but Deft should be able to just pound it out. Fortunately, is Zune Gamer flying right over the ball. Now this ball's right in the middle, and this is as even as it gets right now.
Great touch out, but it's going to be tackled by Zune Gamer. Deftmoss going to have to opt to drive all the way back. Cuts on the ball, gets a nice contact, slows down the offensive.
Failure with a huge hit towards the other side, and Deftmoss almost able to follow up, but it doesn't matter. They score anyways. DSU. That's the series.
That's the series.
DSU wins. God.
Wow.
That was quite the fight that UND put up that last game there. 2 OTs and a 3-0 series, you know. Sometimes people say, oh, you lost 3-0, but UND has nothing to be ashamed of there. That was some fantastic games. DSU able to just overtake on the pressure, though, and come out with the win.
Yeah, I mean, great job. Buddy Bowler, 10 shots, 2 saves. Insane. Also, the Season 4 Legendary Baller title. That means he got the highest rank in the game, Supersonic Legend, in the 2v2 Hoops game mode. That he is styling right now. The glowing white title, that's unique.
Yeah.
I respect you, buddy. You did fantastic.
Yeah, that's impressive. To dedicate that time to something like Hoops, all of the respect from me. But yeah,
Zune Gamer, also with the title, established 2015. He's been playing the game since the release here.
I think I actually have that one as well.
You got me beat. I'm a 2016 gamer. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's crazy to see, though, the stat lines of the amount of goals that UND was able to put against DSU, but not actually get in there is crazy because I would assume they pretty much had even shots on goal, but the overall score, DSU had at least +7 on them. So.
And it really comes down to, like, turning those solo plays from UND into team plays is what I think it really comes to. All 3 very individually sound players. I think by the end of this season, when we maybe have this matchup again, this interdivisional matchup, it could go the other way. I think if the UND roster gets a lot more time as a team to play, and Dakota State, maybe they don't improve at the same rate, I think this could be a very different matchup later on this season.
Definitely. You could really see there were some times that, UND would have a guy drive that ball down the field or hit it by himself, but there's just no one to follow that up, and you get a shot towards the goal, but if D's is able to just clear it out with no further pressure, it's pretty hard to make something out of it. But overall, a great series, and yeah, definitely excited to see what the fight looks like between these two next.
Yeah. I mean, with that said, we got some more amazing matches coming this weekend. We've got Valorant. Who are you guys playing next?
I don't know for sure if it's happening Sunday anymore, but the plan was to play SD Mines, and as of right now, it is still happening Sunday, but they did talk about potential scheduling problems. But yes, right now, DSU versus SD Mines Sunday should be a decent match.
Yeah. That should be a really fun one. Additionally, Monday, I believe we are still on for League of Legends. I'm getting nods. Nods. We are on for League of Legends Monday, 8 p.m.? 8 p.m. All right, be there. And as far as the Valorant match, our Call of Duty matches, any other matches we have, stay tuned. Twitter.com/Trojans Esports or @Trojans Esports. That's going to give you the best way to stay updated with any match schedule changes. Everything else should be, if you just click on our channel after the stream's over, there should be the schedule pane. Look, we got all the socials in the chat
as well.
We got the socials on deck. But thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. We'll see you.
I've become